Good, good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, good morning. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I know I'm late. I'm sorry, but I'm here. I'm late, but I'm here. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Last Minute Laura morning show. I am Laura. I am very tired, and I have no makeup on yet this morning. Today was just not one of those days. I woke up at 6 a.m. and then I said, I'm going to stay in bed until 6:30. And then I stayed in bed until 6:30, and then I said I will stay in bed until 7, and then 7:30, and it just kept happening. And now I am late and so tired. I don't have a good reason to be tired. I did not go to bed late. I did not do any strenuous activity yesterday. But I am an old lady now, and I went to a wedding on Saturday. There. You know, this is how much sunscreen you're supposed to use for your face and neck. 2 fingerfuls. That's what it says on all of the social medias these days. 2 fingers for your face and neck. Look how much sunscreen that is. It's like an insane amount of sunscreen. But I've been doing it because I went to a dermatologist and I asked, and she confirmed what the TikTok doctors have been saying. We need to be wearing way more freaking sunscreen, people. At least if you are, very, very freckly and prone to burning. That's me. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button as I sit here and put my sunscreen on. I know, we're inside. It doesn't matter, apparently. Also, this is a really moisturizing sunscreen, so it's fine. Because it'll just be my moisturizer today, too. It's a crazy amount, though. I'm aware. But it's the right amount. Oh, here comes the first glitches of the morning. All right, go get your coffee. It'll be done in just a sec. I have too much sunscreen on to use my mouse. Alrighty then, let's see if this will work a little better for us. Let's see if we've avoided the glitch now, shall we? Good morning. Sorry about that. That's just what happens sometimes when we get started first thing in the morning. It's just the way it goes. I am now fully coated in sunscreen. My eyes look like they're still eyelash glue from the weekend. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. The water's fine. Take your shoes off. Pull up your handicraft if you're a handicrafter and get a hot beverage while I go over A, my weekend, but also B, some exciting things in the garden. I don't know if you can see, but my Shirley poppies, the first 3 poppies opened, and I cut them for you. I sacrificed quite a few blossoms to get them too, because the stems, if I cut them long enough to be a cut flower, I'm taking the next 2 or 3 poppies with it. But look at her. I'm obsessed. I mean, I love my poppies in the spring. They are such a welcome flower to be like a glorious first flower. But wow, this is like as full with petals as a ranunculus almost. There's like a million petals on this one. These ones are just, well, this one is a single, so it only has like 5 or 6. There's like these mini petals, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's weird. 5 petals. Usually poppies have like 4. But anyway, that one has 5. And then this one at the back has a couple extra. It's got the 2 white ones on the side. And that makes it look kind of like it's being held. I think it's quite a showy poppy. I'm super into it. It was really easy to grow from seed outside, direct sown in the garden. I really didn't have to do anything for it. I just kind of chose the best looking plants and pulled out the little sisters that were around them. But I didn't really do anything. I fertilized in the spring, but not the poppies specifically, just like all of my seedlings. So they got fertilized, but I just throw seeds in March, and this is the beautiful thing that I get as a response. And I'll have flowers. It looks like I'll have flowers coming for at least another 2 or 3 weeks, based on like how long it took these first ones to flower and how big the smallest plants are right now. I think we'll get at least 3 weeks of poppies in the garden, which is amazing because poppies, they die out when the summer gets hot. Lefty Hannah said, "Hiya, thumbnail, so cute." Thanks, Hannah. Yeah, Alex and I went to a wedding and I was all dressed up and my hair was all big. Are you both in the cage by choice right now? You are. I haven't even decorated their cage again. We picked up the parrots yesterday in the evening and we put their cage together right before bed, so they don't have anything in their cage right now, just their food and water bowls. It's like an empty cage. It feels so sad. Don't worry, all your toys are going to go back in. Everything will go back in. And it's all been washed, so it's a brand new, clean, fresh cage. Best day ever. And Beelzebub and Gary missed us this time. We didn't even get any attitude. Can you believe that? I didn't get bit. I didn't get screamed at. They just came home. They missed us. When the parrot babysitter brought the parrots outside, they like squealed and squawked. They were so excited to see us. That has never happened before. They're usually pissed off when we pick them up. They're like, we thought you died and you have now brought us home, and they like won't talk to us. They'll just keep to themselves for 2 days and then they like come back to being like, okay, I love you again, Mom. But like this time they were like, hey, how was your trip? They were like such a good mood. It's such a good thing when the birds are in a good mood. And Toby did so well. Apparently. My friend won't tell me the truth, so she said he did so well. I was like, was he a terror? And she was like, no, he was so sweet. I don't know, man. He's a barker when he's on walks, and we have a backyard, and we go for walks in a really quiet neighborhood. So, like, we probably see 2 people on our walk. There's cars and stuff, but Toby doesn't care about cars. But we see maybe 2 people on our walk. My friend sees 500 people on her walk. She lives big. Oh, lag on Twitch. Thank you for letting me know, Milky Way. There's lag on Twitch. Let's see what that looks like. Appreciate you. Let's see how that sounds. Oh, I see. The audio is not synced to the video. I don't know how to fix that. I'm going to be honest with you. What I wish I knew how to fix was the way that my face and eyes look today, because I am so tired, and instead of waking up early and getting a face of makeup on, I just didn't. And now I'm like feeling these eye bags, and like my eyes look puffy and they're hot. Why? Oh, I know why. Because I'm literally still dealing with an allergic reaction on a good portion of my body, which I am going to tell you about. I'm sorry about the lag on Twitch. I hope it's not lagging on Facebook too. How is it on YouTube? Ugh, my eyeballs. Ugh, I hope it's okay on YouTube. Anywho, what was I saying? Toby was such a good boy, apparently. And the birds were good, and Peekaboo was so silly. She was home alone. We have a water fountain in our house that is, or like a bowl that's a fountain. Yeah, I think it's called a water fountain. We have a water fountain for the dogs. For the dog, the cat, and the birds. And we also have water bowls all through the house. We have an automatic feeder. So it goes off at breakfast time every day. And if it doesn't go off, we have a camera pointed at it, so we know. And so if it didn't go off, my sister has keys to our apartment. She would come and feed Peekaboo. We have backups for it, but Peekaboo is covered for, we would keep her probably 3 days is the max before we would have someone just come in anyway. But yeah, sorry, Milky Way says, seems better now. It was buffering every 2 seconds for a few minutes there. Oh, sorry about that. Well, I'm glad it's not now. Anyway, the feeder went off without a hitch. Peekaboo did the same thing she does every single day when we're home, which is awesome. We have cameras like throughout our home that we put on when we're not home. And I love them. They're off throughout the day. Like, they're not on right now, but there's one in this room. There's one in our kitchen. There's one in Alex's office. There's one, the one that we have in our bedroom is like unplugged and in a drawer. And then we plug it in and put it on the furniture, like pointed at the room, only when we go away, because I don't even like the environment of having a camera in my bedroom. So the camera is only plugged in and brought out when we go on vacations or when we go on any trips or anything, to make sure we can check on Peekaboo in any room. And then of course we have our like backyard and front yard ones. They're cheap now. I don't know what it's about. We fully bought in. I don't know what it was, but at some point I was like fully against the like Google cameras or like the Alexas. I'm like, I don't want to be spied on. Now I have cameras literally in every room, and it makes me feel so good when we are not home, because you get a notification if movement happens. You can like tell them you don't want all the notifications, but I can literally see when Peekaboo is like eating. I can see when she's sleeping. I can check on her. I can see what she's up to. And I'm going to be honest, she was up to a whole heck of a nothing, staring under the oven a lot, as they do. Probably listening for the mice that are outside, because the oven has the pipe to outside. We were thinking there were mice in the house under the oven, but now we've established through a million mouse traps, there are no mice there. She's just hearing something. So what is she hearing? The pipe that takes the air from the oven. We think that there's the sound of mice there. Anyway, Toby apparently was barking incessantly on every walk, just lunging for every dog and barking like a maniac. So that's great. That's going to be something I'm going to have to try. I'm not even like, I want to try to work on it, but like for what? He's a Chihuahua. I don't know that that will ever change in him. I feel like if he had a buddy that could make him feel more confident, maybe he could be convinced that he's not in any danger, but I think that he really thinks he's protecting. So what are you gonna do, you know? Anywho, I'm glad it seems better on Twitch now. Thank you. And hello to Twitch. Hello to Facebook folk, Twitch chat, and YouTube chat. Nice to see you all here. As a reminder, I live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. every week. I have a kitty cat showing up here. Hi, miss. Hello. Let me move stuff out of the way for you. Then you can join us. No, don't touch my plants. You were not invited to do that. I will move these. I'll do anything for you, Peekaboo. Even move my glorious bouquet of baby's breath. Are you crazy? Look how beautiful this bouquet is. It's the most baby's breath in the world. It's an award-winning amount of baby's breath. Okay, let me put this right here. Okay, I really need you to promise me you're not gonna knock it over though, with your big heavy cat butt, okay? So you be a nice lady and don't cause trouble, okay? Just sit down. Just sit. Lie down, that's a good girl. Yep, you can loaf. Thank you so much. And no, I'll pet you, just stay seated. Don't walk around. Nope, sit. Shake. Nope. Shake. Shake. Peekaboo. Shake. No, that's the wrong one. Shake. Not your head, your hand. Shake. Give me your foot. Do you want me to pet you? Then shake. Your foot. Cool. Glad to know she remembers it. We did learn that trick, I promise. Hi. I feel like I look a little bit more organized religion than I'm aiming for. A little more latter day than I'm aiming for. I think the pink hair helps though. So, I want to tell you about the wedding, but I kind of want to wait for everybody to get here first, and I know it's a little bit, we're a little quiet at this moment, so we'll wait until everybody shows up and we get going in the chat, and then I'll tell you about the wedding and about my allergic reaction at the wedding that I am still currently recovering from, because that is something I'm dealing with. Not ideal. But I also have something else that's really exciting, and that is are these mulberry or are these lilac? These are mulberry. My mulberry sticks. Okay, relax, girlfriend. Could you just back off? Okay. I have mulberry sticks, and I've been running an experiment, and it's mostly been an abject failure, but not entirely. I have a little bit of hope. And my hope is in these sticks. So I tried a few different methods of getting these to start to root. Ew. Why is there slime at the bottom? We don't love that. Anyway, the ways I've tried are in water, in soil, and this. And this method is I cut the sticks, removed all of the leaves, and then wrapped the sticks in a wet paper towel. And I figured, I did look at a bunch of ways on the interwebs of how to do this, and I don't have the supplies, so I just decided to not follow any of the instructions. Apparently mulberries are a little finicky, and you're supposed to like put them in sand. Sorry if the glitchiness is happening again. you're supposed to put them in sand to root, and I don't have sand, and I didn't want to go buy sand for an experiment that I didn't feel positive was going to work out. But I wrapped them in paper towel, and they haven't died, and the next step has started. So the little buds on the side are starting to bud out. These were like not green, they were brown little specks. They were not alive yet. And now look. They're starting to bud out, I think. Hopefully, that's what we're going to have happen, and it's not just like a death cry. I'm hoping that it's a good thing. And the other thing that I feel like is good is the bark didn't rot off at all. And also the edges of the stems have gotten bigger, like they've flared out. I don't know if you can tell, but like where that was cut, it's bigger now. The cut end has like expanded. So I feel like that's a good sign that roots are coming. I don't know that I have any actual evidence that roots are coming. Let me just give them a once over here. Peekaboo, can you not tell what's happening? How I'm actively in the middle of something right now? Do you not feel it in the air? All right, so no signs of roots yet, but like it's promising to have green growth, you know? I feel pretty good about it. Girlfriend, I do need you to be a little less right in my way. You are in the immediate way right now with peace and love. Excuse me, ma'am. Sweet madam. So the wedding was beautiful, obviously. My friend looked like an angel, and I said that to her like 50 times. I'm like, you look like an actual angel, like sent from heaven. She was so beautiful. She's already beautiful, but I mean like, wow, she brided up so well. Can you relax, Peekaboo? Alrighty then, let's see if we can make this work this time. This time's the time it's gonna work. Ready? Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, hello. It's gonna work now. All right, we've got internet again. I don't know what happened. The computer was just, it needed a sec, and now everything's coming back. We're gonna be okay, everybody. We're gonna survive this. Gosh darn it, I tell you what. Apologies for just the way of it all. But we're here now, and hopefully we are here permanently now, and we're not going to have any more issues. Let's hope. Jeez Louise. Hi. Hi, Louisa. Jeez Louisa. Tons to chit-chat about today as soon as we get some sort of normalcy going on in here. Let's get Discord open and look at some of the plants in my garden right now. I didn't take very many photos, but I did take a couple yesterday. I also will show you my super cute thumbnail for today. I know you saw it already. Discord. Look at how cute that is. That's my dress that we wore. Well, I wore that dress. Alex wore what he's wearing to the wedding, and I think it turned out so cute. And yeah, I had a shawl though, so I was wearing a shawl for most of it. Actually, I think I was wearing a shawl for all of it because it got cold. I wanted to take it off when we were dancing, but it was like cold. I took it off for like a song and then ended up putting it back on. But that's all right. Let me just get us here to what is growing on in the garden right now. Let me just get to Discord on my phone and put it there. Am I in a loop? I hope you're not in a loop anymore, Louisa. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. The flowers that are coming up right now, my cherry rose nasturtium. Wait until you see. I have a snapdragon blooming. It's all coming together, folks. And then I also want to show you. What do I want to show you? I feel like I probably already showed you those. Okay. So I want all those in Discord. Good. Are they all done? Just finishing their loading, and then I'll be able to show them to you. The Sweet Alyssum right now is amazing. It's so cool. It looks amazing. It is doing the most. I'm obsessed with my Sweet Alyssum. I'll show it to you. I have a little video clip that I made, and when you see it, you'll be like, oh my god, it's actually so amazing. At least I think you'll say that. That's what I think. Hi, Peekaboo. All right, anything else needing to load? A few more. And while we wait for those, I have an update on this flower, which is exciting. How was your weekend, everybody? My weekend was amazing. I'm so tired, as you may be able to tell, but I had a great time. And did I have a great time? I had a great time. I was riddled with anxiety. I was absolutely not a useful person to myself. I needed Alex there pretty much at every moment because I was so anxious. I was so anxious that I was drinking alcohol to try and not feel anxious, but my anxiety was so high that I did not feel the effects of the alcohol. It was not the way I usually experience wedding vibes. I thought that I would be fine because it was a party, but alas, I was super, super anxious. Okay, come on, you. Load the photos. Okay, photos are loaded. Now let me show you what is going on in the garden right now, because it's so pretty. Hi, miss. Hi, miss. Okay, so let me just shrink that down a little so you can see both sides of the photo. The Sweet Alyssum, I just wanted you to see it, just how it's everywhere, and the baby's breath, how it's everywhere. I love it. There's my overhead. So pretty. And then this is the other side. You can see the sweet peas are starting to climb up the trellis, finally. And then here's a little vid. Gorgeous. Here's another little vid. Beautiful. And another series of photos with beautiful flowers. Right, what are these? What am I looking at? Oh, those are petunias. Those, and here's, there, that's a better angle for me. Are those? Yeah, they are. Behind a baby's breath, so pretty. The first poppy that bloomed, this was yesterday evening. I took the photo. It's just a teeny tiny one that was hidden behind the sweet peas, so it's tall and skinny, but just one simple small flower. Look how cute it is. Look how little it is. They're not usually so small. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, and then this is a very exciting highlight. My cherry rose nasturtium is blooming. Before I show you that, though, look, the lemon bee balm made another layer of flowers. Another tier of flowers has arrived. So that's cool. But look at the cherry rose nasturtium. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's not red and it's not orange. It is beautiful pink. It is the most gorgeous fuchsia pink with the throat is red. But literally it's my favorite. It's my favorite nasturtium ever right now. I thought the salmon tip top Alaskan salmon was my favorite. This or the peach melba. Nope, it's this. It's cherry rose. They are so pink. They are not mistakable for orange or red. Nasturtiums usually come in red, orange, yellow. Like that's, and red is kind of like the extreme end. You get like orange and yellow. You can have every single kind of orange and yellow nasturtium. But once it starts shifting into red, there's a lot more limited color palette. To get to pink, it's usually like, that's orange, but you could call it pink. That's salmon, right? This, to me, it's beautifully perfect pink. I was obsessed with it, just taking photos of how pink the flowers are. Oh, I think I need to do a watercolor of like literally this moment needs, I think, a watercolor. And I think this cat needs like attention. Can I help you with something, friend? You just here knocking over my stuff for fun? Don't put your claws in my table. Anywho, so cherry rose nasturtium, amazing. Baby's breath literally takes my breath away. I love it so much. And I need to find out how I can preserve it, because I know that you like can dry baby's breath, but I don't know how it's gonna work and still look so pretty. I'm gonna try in the silica, I think, but I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work. It's so pretty though. Like, look at it. Urgh. It's so nice. And then with sweet alyssum, can't go. Look at those cherry rose nasturtiums though. Do you see how like eye-catching they are? They really grab your eye when you walk by them. And I love how like it's a climbing nasturtium. So this is going to cover that trellis. And that's all I want. I just want a trellis absolutely covered. Okay, this is another really exciting thing. It is yellow, which is not like the ideal scenario for it, but it's fine. I like color. I like all color. So this is a buttery, almost greenish yellow snapdragon. It's a Chantilly snapdragon. The variety is Madame Butterfly. And look at her. Isn't she beautiful? It's a huge stem. It's like a huge stem of flowers. Look at how big each of the flowers is compared to my hand. Each flower of the snapdragon is more than 2 fingers like long, which you can see from the photo. But they're like buttery. It's like almost green. It's not green, but it's almost green. You know what I mean? I swear there were more photos. Hold on. Why did you not load? Are we like waiting for something? Okay, we got those. Yeah, I missed a whole series of them. One sec. There. Here they come. Peekaboo's just sitting here purring. Did you miss me too, my baby? I missed you, mama. Oh, gosh, look at her. Look at her. She just like pet my tummy, mommy. I love you, baby girl. Yeah, it's my sweet girl. Gosh, it's such a diva. I love you, diva. You're so good. Oh, yes, you are. So good and fat. Got crumbs in your fur. Show how big you are. Yeah. Can I give you a little ASMR? Okay, that was your ASMR opportunity for the day. Oh my god, Peekaboo. She's so amazing. Oh, I love her so much. Okay. back to Discord now, where I can show you my beautiful flowers. Catching up now with 2-speed. Sounds good. Okay, back to my snapdragons. Beautiful snapdragons. Look at it. Look at it. Amazing. Just look at it. Look at those flowers. Anyway, also I have poppies. These, after they put out their first flower, if it's yellow, I pull the whole plant out. There's too many plants in my garden right now. I don't have room for your average everyday California poppy. I only have room for dusky rose California poppies. So whenever yellow poppies bloom, the same day they bloom, they get cut and put into a bouquet, and then the rest of the plant gets pulled. Because no, that's not happening here. We're not spending our time on yellow California poppies. They're beautiful. I just don't need them. More baby's breath. Can you see all of the baby's breath? It's literally everywhere. I love it so much. This is going to be either a ballerina zinnia or a creamy blush ruffles. I think it's a ballerina because it looks like it's going to have more pink. The creamy blush ruffles is more of a beige sort of tone. Also, flower season is here. Look, if you look in my garden at an angle, look at this, just this little screenshot of my garden. Look at all the flowers in it. Oh, I'm so happy. God, I love flowers. I love summer. Also, we're getting a bunch of rain today. We got already 2 inches, which is awesome. And it's not raining currently, but I think it's going to rain again later. And we had rain on the weekend. So I missed all of the rain, which is just fine by me. And now we're going to get a bunch of sunny days after. And it's going to be amazing. Let me actually check what our weather is. I'm pretty sure we're getting like a beautiful week. But what do I know? The last time I checked was for this. Okay, so we've got rain today all the way until the afternoon. Then it clears up. Tomorrow, sun and cloud, beautiful. Wednesday, sun and cloud, beautiful. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, rain, rain, rain. Oh, actually, we've got like really good amounts of rain. We have 3 days of rain, 2 days of sun. 2 days, wait, first of all, we had 2 days of rain, 2 days of sun, 3 days of rain, 2 days of sun, 2 days of rain. That's perfect. That means I won't have to water at all this week, which is amazing. I love not having to water. Even if it's 2 days, I should be fine. Also, let me start talking now about the allergic reaction that I had at the wedding that I went to. So, Alex and I went to a wedding on the weekend. Do you want to see some pictures? Because I have some cute pictures that I am willing to show my lovely Discord live stream community. Why are they not hearted? How do I look at them? There we go. Photos. Beautiful. So I'll show you this one and this one. And this one. And this one. Just hold on a second now. Okay, I can send 10 photos, so that's what you're allowed to see. And I love all of them, so I hope that you do too. Okay, those are all there. And are there any more worth putting in? Oh, we did look so cute when we were getting ready. There. Okay. Good. Now let's go to the live stream discussion so I can show you how cute we are. Okay, ready? This is us at the wedding. As you can see, shawl, Shawl is still on, even though it doesn't look like it's on. I promised. You see it's around my shoulders. My hair, I don't know what happened to it. I loved how it looked. I had a big plan to have a specific hairdo, like a 1940s sort of hair. Didn't happen. I put it in rollers, and this is where we ended up. And oh, look how cute we look. Oh, we were so happy and cute. Alex wore my grandmother's scarf, and it looked so good. It matched my hair, and it matched my dress. Here's what my dress looked like when I was, like, around. This is when I was afoot. This is what I was looking like. Here's how I had my shawl tied. Ignore my face. But I thought it looked cute. And then here is just a front view of what my dress was. So I had the shawl tied like this so that I would be, you know, appropriate for a wedding, which is good because it did turn out to be a little bit, there was a little God energy. So I'm glad I had a cover up because this is definitely not a God themed dress. But I really like how it looked. I feel like everything came together really well, and I've never worn a dress that is this form-fitted in public intentionally as an adult. Like, I'm very much a big fan of, like, flowy things. I felt so good in this dress, so confident. The way it's hugging my lower belly, I think it looks really good. So I was loving it. Also, Alex looked amazing. He had 2 French braids that I forgot to take a photo from the back. He had a scarf that was kind of like, I learned this knot on the internet and I liked it. He held my bag. And then we went into the forest to take some photos, and I loved all of them, even though I don't love them enough to post them on Instagram. You know what I mean? But I love them enough to show them to you right now. Look how cute I look. Look at my little belly and the little shadows. What is on the side of my dress? Looks like there's something on the side of my dress in this photo. Anyway, cute. Alex just taking us some photos. Even though you can see you didn't ask, I know that, but even though you can see my belly button in these photos, I love the hot pink. I think I'm a hot pink girly now for clothing. And then this is us at the end. Or not at the end, but later. As you can see, boob tape is gone at this point. Do you know why? Because I had a horrible allergic reaction. This is what it was with boob tape. Cute, perky, fun. No boob tape. Sag. But that's okay. I don't care. It was so painful. I was having a straight up allergic reaction. And then, of course, before we left for the wedding. This is what we looked like. Cute as a button. Look at how cute he is. Alex's nails all done. He had a scarf on. I had all my earrings in. Look at all those earrings. I had all my earrings in. Little did I know I was about to get a horrible allergic reaction in all of my ear piercings. Cute. We looked cute. Overall, great trip. We looked awesome. Oh, look how cute we are. We so in love. Okay. Anyway, that was our wedding pictures. And now we can come back to the front camera. And let me just... There we go. I think we're good. Good. Minimize that now. Anywho, okay, Twitch is looking good now. Facebook's looking good now. Everybody's good. What the heck? I don't know why Facebook ended. Sorry, Facebook. Twitch, I'm still here, and YouTube, I'm still here. Hi, catch up done, Louisa. Hi, hello, Louisa. So I used boob tape. I don't know if you've ever used boob tape before at like an event, but it's essentially stretchy tape that's very sticky that you stick. Oh, Jesus, Murphy. That you stick like on your skin, and then you lift up your boob, and then you pull the tape, and then you tape it up here, and then when you let go of your boob, it's like held up by the tape. And so I watched videos. I did it right. I know I did it right. And I was fully supported. But as soon as it was on, I was like, Alex, this is so uncomfortable. And he was like, oh, that sucks. Like, you don't have to wear it. And I was like, no, it's working. It just like, it kind of hurts. Like, it feels like it's it's burning or something. And Alex was like, oh, okay. And I went, it's probably just like having tape pull on both of my boobs is probably feeling weird. Then we got to the wedding. It continued to feel weird and hurt, kind of. But like in a way that I thought it was just because it was tape that's pulling on my skin. Anyway, about halfway through the wedding, done with the ceremony, we're all waiting at the cocktail hour. I said to Alex, I need to go to the bathroom and rip this tape off. So we go to the bathroom. I ripped off the tape, and my entire underboob and side of my chest and between my boobs and underneath on both sides was like an open wound. I don't know how to explain it otherwise. It's like I got burned. Like I peeled it off, and it hurt to peel off, but it wasn't peeling my skin off. It wasn't that the tape was ripping skin off, and that's why I had open wounds, because like that I guess is possible. But no, I was carefully peeling it off, but underneath there were like basically blisters, like open blisters underneath my whole, like this entire region of my body. And it was red and so inflamed and like open, like you could, like it was damp. I don't know how to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like underneath the scab, it was like that skin, fresh, damp skin. And it hurt. And so I took off the tape and I put my dress back on, and I just went through the rest of the wedding like, oh my God, what even am I going to do about this later? It's fine. I'll be fine. I got we got back to the hotel after the wedding, and I took my clothes off and I was inspecting it, and it's the adhesive. It was the adhesive. I was clearly allergic to the adhesive, because it's not like, I've waxed my own armpits before, and I've gone one strip too many, and then I know what it looks like when you rip off one extra layer of skin. This was not that, and it was only where the tape was touching, and it was like so raw and red. It was clearly an allergic reaction, and it's still there. It's like, it's much better, obviously. It's all closed up now, but it looks vile. Like me in a bikini right now looks like I have like leprosy, essentially. Thank God it was everywhere that was not visible when I was wearing the dress for the wedding, but that was awful. So that's a bummer. It makes it uncomfortable to wear a bra right now, which is also a bummer. But I'm fine. I now know. Boob tape. Test any product you're going to wear for an event way ahead of time, because there's a possibility you're allergic to it. So, Julia, guess what? You get a free roll of boob tape. Also, I put all of my earrings back in the day before the wedding. Probably ill-advised. Should have put them in a week before the wedding. I put something in my ears that offended them, and my right ear is twice the size of my left ear in like thickness right now. Like, I don't know if you can really tell. You can see this one's not red except for like around the edge. This one is like fat. Can you tell? You can tell. This one's like all fat and red, and it has a texture to it. Another allergic reaction. I think I just had a lot of anxiety and my body just reacted in kind, because I don't usually have like big allergic reactions to like ear piercing stuff. It's more like localized, whereas my whole ear has a rash on it right now, and it's so itchy, and it's also like raw. It's like raw and very uncomfortable. So 2 different allergic reactions in one night feels like a bit of a coincidence to me. It feels a little like it shouldn't be a coincidence. So then I'm thinking maybe there's something else. So I was so anxious at the wedding, unfortunately, that I was pretty much in panic most of the time. I masked pretty well, I think. Alex was a rock. He was fully aware of my state without me telling him anything. He was just totally there for me how I needed him to be without me telling him. And then when I was talking to him after the wedding and recognizing how panicked I was, he was just like, I know. It's okay. I saw. He knows me, and every time I find out that he knows me, I'm always surprised. So he was fully aware of the state that I was in, and he just supported me the best way he could, which was the way I needed. And we had a good time. I personally, inside of myself, inside of my body, was highly anxious. Nothing bad happened, though. It was a great event. The wedding went off without a hitch. My friend looked beautiful. I was able to talk to her several times. I was even able to have a few private moments with her, which was awesome. There was a beautiful field with fireflies galore, and I said to my friend, you have to at least go, like, we were off privately just having a moment, and I said, you have to turn around and you have to run 10 steps into this field. And she said, why? And I said, because you need to run through a field of fireflies on your wedding. As long as you ran a couple of steps, that's fine with me. You can call it running through the field. And then she ran back 10 steps and then ran back to me. And then she was like, it's good to have run through a field of fireflies on your wedding. And we just had like a moment where we were like, it's good to have that story. We've added to your stories. Very good. And it was beautiful. And fireflies were beautiful. And there were lots of beautiful native plants growing around because it was a conservation area. And so I got to see like wild strawberries, and I got to see what else did I see? Wild yarrow and some really beautiful lilies. And there were just some really lovely forest plants at this place that I got to see, which was nice. And Alex had to keep telling me not to touch anything, and I was like, I know. And he was like, no, it's a trail. It's like a commonly used trail. I'm sure there's dog pee on stuff. And I was like, well, it's pretty. I want to pick it. No, Laura, don't touch it. So that part was fun. We did have mosquitoes. So annoying. My shoe broke on the way, literally on the way in the parking lot, waiting for our Uber. My shoe broke. And I said, I have glue. I have glue. It's fine. We get to the venue. Don't have glue. So the super glue that I packed to put my fake nails on in the Uber, I didn't have. So my nails looked like this for the wedding. Not my favorite situation to be in, personally. And then also, I couldn't fix my shoe. So the whole back seam of my shoe was just beginning to come undone somehow. So rude. I tripped on something, and from that point, it just started getting looser. So I was walking with one side like I was wearing a flip-flop, and then the other side like comfortable, like a heel that fit. And it was annoying, and it made it painful. Like I got blisters that I didn't need to get from the stupid shoe. It's fine. I'm not wearing those shoes again. I will be donating them because someone else can fix them if they want, but I am going to just leave them as is and donate them because it was so annoying. They're so pretty too. I was hoping to have them as like my go-to dress heels, but they no longer work for me, and I'm not willing to spend the time to fix them. So, how was your weekend, Louisa? I hope you had a good time. I hope you did some fun stuff. I danced, which was fun. Alex danced, which is always fun. He's such a good dancer, and he's such a confident dancer is what he is. Good dancer? I don't know about that, but he's a confident dancer. And, it was so fun. The music was fun. The food was great. My friend had picked a perfect menu. It was chicken or salmon. We had salmon, and it was like salmon with some dill cream sauce, capers, and seasonal vegetables over top of a plate of mashed potatoes. Delicious. There was wine at the table, custom wine. I just tasted it to be polite. I tasted the white wine. It was wine. I'm not super into it, so I wasn't there to drink wine. But the bottles of wine were custom. They had custom labels, and the labels had art of the couple, and the name of the wine had to do with the couple. It was just really cute. And then for wedding favors, there were these beautiful sachets that my friend put together, and they had a seashell with a pearl inside it and a message in a bottle, and the message in the bottle was a poem that my friend wrote, and she wrote it out for every message in a bottle. Yeah, it was good. Busy AF, but good. Good busy is good. Bad busy is bad. And that's how it goes. And what else? I saw a couple of people that I knew, which is fun. Unfortunately, one of them didn't remember us. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, that's just a good vague way. One of them didn't remember us, and it was like kind of sad. But the other one remembered us and saw us and has a whole ass life now, which was awesome. And man, it was really cool to see my friend get married. It just felt really cool and special to be there for it, because you could tell it was like her perfect fairy tale wedding. She looked so beautiful. I wish I could show you all of her photos, but you know, it's not what you do. So her bridesmaids wore blue. I'm trying to think of any other details that you might want to know. Her flowers were all different colors. It was like seasonal flowers, so they were just whatever was blooming right now, and they're beautiful. Her shoes were amazing. They were like these strappy platforms, gorgeous. The rings were beautiful. They were custom made by a jewelry maker who is in their family. You look so pretty on that dress. Thank you, Louisa. I thought so too. I felt really pretty in it. I felt really I felt sexy in a way that didn't feel skimpy. You know, like I didn't feel uncomfortable in the dress. It was well fitted, but it was stretchy fabric and thick fabric, so I didn't feel like exposed in it. Like the same style of dress in silk would have been like absolutely unwearable for me, but in velvet, suddenly totally wearable. Also, there were a couple other girls that wore jewel tones. I should say there were a couple of other women that wore jewel tones. So there was one lady in like this serpent green silk dress. So pretty. It looked so good on her. And then another girl was wearing hot pink like me. And there was another bright color. Oh, red. Someone had a red silk dress, like red silk. But the green one was so pretty. It was like high neck, serpent green. Like, you know, like that, you know what I mean. It's like warmer toned, but it's green and silk. And the neckline was like this. There was like a bow type tie thing on one side. And it was floor length. It was very pretty. She looked really good.
Well, did anyone die for you too?
Yeah, I restarted it.
Oh, okay.
Because it died. Not because I restarted it because it fully died.
Yeah. Thanks.
Classy. Thank you. I felt good in it. I really did. I haven't had a dress like that in a while. And fitted, the idea of a fitted dress is like, so not me until now. Now it is. Now I need another slightly skimpy velvet dress, please. Louisa, were you here at the beginning when I showed you the poppies that bloomed? Our first Shirley poppies have opened, and they look phenomenal. Amazing. Also, these poppies are California poppies, but these ones are Shirley poppies. I wish the camera could handle how red and pink they are. This one looks like it's red in the camera, but I swear it's like the hottest hot pink. You can kind of tell. Do you see that color? It's like the hottest hot pink. And then these ones, look how pretty that one is. Isn't that the prettiest thing you ever saw? I love them. I love them a lot. They're so lovely. Isn't it lovely? Isn't she lovely? I need more coffee and I need to pee. So I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves. So sorry about all the glitches so far this morning. I'll be right back. And we can talk more, okay? I'm going to turn my volume down and my music up. I'm back. Sorry it took so long. I had to change my bra because it was hurting me. And then I also had to put on tights because I was feeling cold, and I got water when I was washing my hands on my dress. But I'm back. I'm almost back. I'm going to go fill my coffee because it's gotten cold. Ooh, a little top up would be great. Gosh. I'll be back in a sec though. Sorry, I'm still doing up the buttons on the dress because I changed my mind and decided I will wear it. I was going to change it because I had to change my bra, but then I said, you know what? Who cares? So now I'm wearing a strapless bra. Not as fashionable, not as flattering, but more comfortable. All right, in 1 sec, I want to get a date as well. What are you yelling about? Hmm? Want a bite? That's it. That's all you guys get. Excuse me, Pika. Excuse me. I'm back. Gosh, I love dates. Don't you love a date? It's such a good pick-me-up. It's like if you're just a little hungry for something sweet, a date covers you. And you can't eat like 50 of them. Like it doesn't feel good to eat 50 of them because they're too sweet. They're a perfect snack. Okay, now I feel better. Sorry, I needed to have something to eat because I was feeling nauseous. I needed to go pee. I needed to put a new bra on because my old bra was hurting me. And I needed to put on tights because I was feeling cold. Now we're back. We're here. So now we need to kind of figure out what we're going to do next. I do want to fill in my summer bucket list, but I haven't taken the photo of the summer bucket list I painted for us to give to you guys. So that's today that I'm going to do that because it's summer. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to say it. Hi, everybody. Happy solstice. It's summer now, officially, truly. In Alex's opinion, summer is now ending. Up until now, we've been going towards summer. Now we're going away from summer, but that's not how I see it. So I am going to, do I want to do any additional painting on this? What do you guys think? Do you want to try and add some more color to it today? Because I'm not really in the mood to like get some crochet workout. So if you would be okay with it, I think I would like to do a little painting as the activity for today. Where did I put my other tripod? 1 second. I'll get my other tripod so you can watch me paint from above. Peekaboo, you cannot eat this. Excuse me, Jesus Murphy, girl. Get off my table. Ugh. Stress me out, cat. There's the poppies. And let me move stuff out of the way. Peekaboo, I don't need your help right now. Thank you so much. You're good birds. Yeah, you are. You're good birds, Gary. Gary's a good bird. Good birds, good birds. There we go. And where is my, oh, there is my palette. I just need to get a cup for water. And then I need something to wipe my paintbrush off on. Hi. You're so cute. Alright. Step one. Oh, Toby, I missed you so much, my little man. He was so happy to see us. Also, look at this beautiful California poppy that just opened. You're beautiful. Let me see if I can get a little bit more flower in there. There you go. And you can open up too, little poppy. Beautiful. Okay. Now this can sit right here. And then I can sit right here. Legs crossed. Oh, I feel so much better in tights. That is better. Okay. Also, with my dress, I was wearing pantyhose. That was not a naked-legged scenario you were seeing, don't worry. Also, 1 second with the mic, I'll put it where it needs to be in a sec. All right, let's see how that looks. Good, great. Why are you not working? Resume. There we go. Okay, what are we looking at? We're not looking where we need. Phone. Hi, Beelzebub, you're a good bird. Okay. No, you stay like this. Thank you. There, bucket list. And that's what we're gonna be working on right now. Cool. Now let me get the mic to me more. Come here, microphone. Microave. Microphone. All right. How are we doing here? Cool. Great. Looks perfect. I think it's about as good as we're gonna get, I think, for angles. And now we can kind of decide what we want for additional details. I'm thinking I would like to be able to add some color in, but I don't know exactly what colors. I would like not only to be these tones, so I guess I need to get into the, like, I think yellow is probably a good safe place to go. I could do some yellow on my mushrooms. I could do some yellow on my snail. But I think yellow is probably a good direction. I do have yellow on my palette, but I think I want to go for like an orangey yellow. I might actually have to wipe off part of my palette here to give me some room to blend. I'm not going to erase all of the paint because a lot of these are like huge amounts of paint and I'll be able to use them again. But I don't want the yellow to be mixing with anything yet. Just a beautiful straight yellow. Okay, and now with my yellow, I'm gonna start with these mushrooms at the top because they look like they're gonna behave the nicest for me. And I have done some line work with ink, as you may be able to see. And I'm hoping, it says it's archival ink, and that means it shouldn't cause trouble here, but it still could. I feel like maybe I'll make this mushroom like red. It doesn't have to be like a bright red, but I think red could be a good way to bring the color back in. Yeah, because I just feel like it's too green and blue right now, which is fine. Green and blue are great, but, you know, I still want there to be lots of color in it. And it doesn't have to be, like, aggressive with the colors. Like, I'm obviously diluting the red quite a lot so that it's not hurting our eyes. Okay, that looks good. What about the stems? Maybe just a nice brown for the stems. I just kind of want to get them a little darker. Ooh, that's nice, an orangey color for the stems. Okay, and then this one mushroom needs a lot more red to it because it is the biggest one and it would have the most color, I think. Okay, and then along the underside of the gills, I think I'm going to go in with orange, like a brighter orange. I'll dilute it, of course. Yeah, and then in the gill zone, towards the edge of the gills. Also, we made friends at the wedding, which was fun. Always fun to meet new people. And guess what? I told people what I do for work. I don't usually tell people when we meet them. I just say, like, I make videos, or like I teach, or I avoid the question generally. But I said, I make YouTube videos. I'm a YouTuber. And they were like, that's so cool. And I was like, not really, but thank you. And they were very kind and asked nice questions, and then said, are you going to talk about the wedding on when you go back? And I was like, yeah, of course. That's literally all I do is talk about my life. So they were like, we'll check it out. And I was like, please don't, but also thank you. You know that feeling of, please don't find me. Okay, that looks okay. Let's get a little more of the red on the edges of this. And then a little more red on the edges of this. Beauty. I think that's a little better. Add some warmth back in. Okay, and then cattails are brown, but I think I want to make them like a brown orange. Sorry, you're gonna see me itching my ear a lot for the next couple of days. I know you shouldn't itch something that's itchy, but oh my lord. The friggin' allergic reaction that's happening is not something that I'm able to avoid itching. It's so itchy. Okay, so orangey brown, dilute orangey brown, and then I can like just add cattails. You know? I could even go a little orangier, I think, with that. There. Couple of cattails in there. And then maybe I'll do a little purple or pink in my snail here. A little fuchsia to jazz him up. Just to add a little bit of fun color back in. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you at the wedding, I cried like a baby like 1,100 times. Literally every single thing, every single time somebody went up to do a speech, I cried. And it was not my intention to be crying at every single speech, but I feel all the feelings whenever any feelings are felt. And there were feelings. Everybody was crying, so I was crying with them. You know what I'm saying? Every time anyone teared up a little bit during their speech, I'm right there with you, girl. It was obviously beautiful, but also I have no control over when I get to cry. It's something that happens to me. I'm not in control of that, which is so frustrating because even when I had my tongue pressed to the roof of my mouth and I was going, you're fine, 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 you're fine. Over and over in my head, guess what? My brain was still like, I think actually let's cry. What if we instead? Beelzebub. Why are you doing that, huh? What's that shrieking all about? Mwah. Mwah. Okay. There, now our snail has a little bit more dimension. Mushrooms, more dimension. I think we need yellow, like more yellow. Maybe the mushrooms down here at the bottom will be yellow. Hi. These ones down here. Let me move my palette up a bit. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, yellow does not seem to be one of our options. So let's see if we can bring in, let's see, it's green right now. What does that mean we can do to it? We can try for orange again to get that really nice reddish brown top mushroom. Orange will cover. And orange plus green is brown, so even if it goes over, it should be okay. Okay, there's the orange. There's the orange again. And one more. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's the kind of yellow I was wanting. Beelzebub, knock it off, girl. Okay, so there's the goldy orange, sure. And then if I go for like a brighter yellow, what will happen? If I like bring in some really bright yellows. Are we going to be in a good place or a bad place? I think a good place. So there's the yellow, and then I'm going to get another bit of orange to do over here, and over here, and over here. Good. And then I'll get the even darker, almost red orange. And then we'll do the same thing, but over on the other side with the reddy orange. There we go. Okay, that looks cool. Good with that. Okay, and then I think for this stem, we should probably just go with like a soft, safe brown. But maybe what I'll do is I'll do like lines in brown. Okay, cool. And then this underside should probably be warmer. And honestly, even the stem feels a little bit too cool toned right now. So I think I want to add a little bit more warm. Cool. Good. Okay, and I think I still want to do a little bit more of the red orange on here. It's probably a bit too much. What? No, thank you. You're so good. Okay, a little texture. No, thank you, Beelzebub. I say, no, thank you. Okay, that whole area is... No, thanks. No, thank you. Okay, we could put some dots on this one, if you think that would be a good idea. Just gonna darken these side babies down a bit. All right, so that's good. We've added some brightness. Love that. And where else could we add some yellow? I unfortunately did not leave a lot of white space, which was totally my bad, to make like little flowers with yellow, because yellow is light, so it won't cover anything. I guess summer, that could be a brighter color. I feel like it's just green and blue. Maybe more purple can be added. Purple's dark. Yeah, let's try to do some brighter purple stuff. No, thank you. Okay, so there's purple. We've got a beautiful purple to choose from. Now, let's think about where purple could be found here. If I am trying to paint something, where could a purple item be? We could do little tiny purple flowers. We could do little purple flowers at the bottom. That could work. Like around here. Let's see how that feels. Okay. Could be worse. Right? Could be worse. I'm probably gonna have to add like a red. And I also am gonna try and not make it so like direct, instead have it be a little bit more impression-y, a little bit more vague. Flower vibes, you know, not necessarily clear little flowers. Cool, and then I think I will need to add like a brighter red or a brighter pink or something to really jazz it up. Maybe some of this fuchsia. Was not diluted enough. Okay. Some flowers, if that's what these are. And then I think I'm gonna have to do some dark green leaves with them so that they make sense. Darker. Yep, that's what they needed. Just a couple little leaves here and there. What kind of plant is it? I wouldn't worry. Nothing to worry about. Some kind. I guess those would be very small flowers. So really we should be looking at making a couple of bigger flowers. If we want them to be flowers anyway. Maybe we can just make the summer part flowery. Like I want bright colors on here. So maybe the like summer can have some tiny flowers. Or maybe just like a hot pink outline, you know? No, you're so cute. Hi. No, you're so cute. Aw, thanks, Beelzebub. You're so cute. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. Pink, then what? Then maybe pink plus a little purple. Maybe a little more purple. Okay. Okay, there's my U, and then we can go purple, even more purple. Okay, then pretty much now we're gonna do just purple. Okay, then I'll do a little blue in my purple now. Okay, and then more blue. Too much blue, Laura. There. Summer. Summer 2026. A bucket list. Connect these two. There we go. Summer bucket list. And then maybe for bucket list, I can do that in like orange. Please don't bleed. Good, no bleeding so far. Let's keep it that way. Thank you. There. Bucket list. And then we could just get some of that pink and just dab her around. Yeah. Okay, and then I'll do some bright warm yellow. Yeah, he's making his soup like he does every day, Bee. Hey, who you sneezing at? All right, that's a little brighter. That's a little closer to what I want. A little bright, a little bit more happy. Did my coffee already get cold again? Yep, it did. Okay, another thing I was thinking was for the rocks down here, these could be colorful rocks. They don't have to be regular, they could be jewels, you know? Like there's that, and then we could do like a emerald green. Okay. Then we could do like a amethyst. Okay. And then for the pink, I think I'll do the fuchsia as my shadowy color. Pika. Don't hiss at Toby. Okay, what other colors are there for rocks? I guess red, like a ruby. Hello. Okay. Magical rocks look cute, look good. And then maybe these ones over here could also be magic. Starting with, what color should we do? Probably purple is a good safe color. That didn't really color it well because the blue is dark. Let's see what we can do with red. Okay, red worked a little bit better. And then we could do like, turn these cracks into garnet. Okay. I'm just gonna paint quietly. If you want to, if you have anything you want to talk about, you go ahead and let me know. At this moment though, I'm going to just paint for a few minutes. Mm-mm. Hello. Did you figure the pattern for the baby summer dress? Louisa, yes, I did. I figured out the pattern, I think. I'm pretty sure I figured it out. Hopefully, that will be something I start work on this week. I just have to get the fabric. I have to find it. Pretty sure that will not be hard. Sourcing some cute fabric will be easy. I'm gonna do it at the thrift store. At least that's my plan, is to do it at the thrift store. I feel like that's a good amount of color. It's still very blue and green. Too bad. It's just the way it's gonna be. I think that maybe I could do a little bit more to take the blue out of the rock so that the blue is just in the water. I think that'll help. And the opposite of blue is yellowy orange. So we are going to do a dilute yellowy orange over color. Yes. Okay, so starting with the most blue area, we're just going to overpaint with this nice orangey yellow. That's way too much orange. That's all right. We're trying to take out the blue. Or at least we're trying to tone down the blue. Too much blue in the foreground for my liking. Hi, I hear you, Beelzebub. All right, orange, definitely that helped. That made me feel like the front has less blue to it. I'm also gonna do the same thing to the moss in the front. That'll help brown it down a bit, which will separate the foreground from the background. Watercolor's so fun. I'm gonna just paint orange over my whole painting. And it turns out better. Can't do that with other paint. Paint over your whole thing in a new color. Okay, there. Wow, that helped a lot. For me, anyway. Now I'm gonna do the same thing again. A little more yellower paint this time, just to go over this part again and see if we can warm it up a bit. And then I'm going to go with a darker red orange, but I'm also going to add in a nice brown that I have, a warm brown. See if that can help us here, darken these areas in a less blue way. That works better for me. Okay. Okay, I even feel like this area needs to brown down a bit. Foreground, brown, orange. Background, blue. I can hear you making a mess over there, Beelzebub. I can literally hear it. She's just moving around all of the food in her bowl for no reason. Okay. That's better. I feel better about that now. Got a lot more color in it now. What do you think? I think that's probably about as good as we can do. Now I'll just do a nice little red-orange outline at the top, front side of the rock. There. Okay. I think that's good. Kind of looks like a rock that's a rainbow, and I'm cool with that. Good morning, Michelle. So there we go. Now the summer bucket list feels more summery. I just wanted it to have more color in it. And I also even think these mushrooms could go a little bit redder. There. Looks very nice. Thank you. There. I think that's it. I think I'm gonna stop now. I think this is done. I think we've finished our beautiful, beautiful summer bucket list painting. Now it's ready for me to take a scan of so that you guys can fill out your bucket lists also. if you want. You can print it, or you could just keep it on your computer and fill it out on your iPad. I don't know what you do. But it's done. We have finished it. I feel good about that. Here is what she looks like. Nice and complete. A lot more color in it now. A lot less just blue and green, which was what I wanted to get away from. I will take that photo later, or the scan rather, later. But I'm happy to have it done. And there we go. One thing down, only 11,000 more things to go. Am I right? The list is never ending. Oh, also, do you think if I add food coloring to water with baby's breath in it, I could color the baby's breath? Let's find out if someone's already done it on the internet. The internet is a beautiful place, you see, where people do all kinds of crazy things all the time. Let's see. Can I dye my baby's breath flowers with food coloring? Why does only blue food coloring work for dyeing baby's breath? Ooh, so it is a thing. How to make rainbow baby's breath. Well, these people are starting with dried. I need someone starting with wet. Tried dyeing some baby's breath using food coloring and diluted with water. So far, only blue. Am I doing something wrong, or do they take a long time? It doesn't take on much color. You have to use lukewarm water, strong dye ratio, cut the stems underneath water. Okay. Interesting. Straight dye, no water. Interesting. Make sure the flowers aren't processed. Lightly spray. Oh, with spray paint. In the future, let the flowers sit out in a cool place for a while out of the water. Okay. Well, we'll see. I probably won't be doing that, but that's good to know. And whatnot. Okay. Okay. Now we're up to date. Okay. And now we've painted, which feels great. I'm happy to have painted. I'm also so happy that these, what are you guys called? Mulberry stems are trying to create life. Have them in this glass jar to try and keep them from, to try and keep them from losing, it's called something. Desiccation, I think, desiccating, from losing any moisture. They're just sitting in a jar. But I let the jar breathe so that they don't get too moldy. Because I don't want them to mold. Hello, Miss Peekaboo. Hello, Peekaboo. How are you? Did you see, Michelle? Did you see my beautiful, beautiful Shirley poppies? My Shirley poppies have bloomed, and I'm very excited to see them. They're quite interesting. They're a little bit... They're just different. They're different than my regular poppies, and I think that's what I like about them. Pika, stop! You're gonna knock over my paintbrushes. Don't do that. Okay, so let me tell you, for those of you that missed the beginning, I went to a wedding on the weekend, and I found out the hard way that I am allergic to the adhesive that is on boob tape. I got a pretty nasty allergic reaction rash all over my skin where the boob tape was touching. So now I am uncomfortable. What was that? I didn't even see what fell. I just heard it. They're lovely. I think so too. No, Peekaboo. Back off. Yeah, so if you're gonna use boob tape, which is like an option if you don't want to wear a bra with your dress, you can use this sticky tape. Test it out in advance. I ended up having to peel it off of my skin halfway through the, not halfway through the wedding, halfway through the whole event, but like after the wedding, before the dinner, I went to the bathroom and had to peel off my, you've scratched yourself, Peekaboo. Why did you scratch yourself? I had to peel off my bra, my sticky boob tape bra, because my whole chest had broken out in a rash, and when I peeled it off, it was like open, like weeping skin. Like it was, that's what it would be called, is weeping, which is so yucky, but it was like damp and open skin. Like my skin was immediately like, get this off of me. And now it looks like I'm healing from like a burn, like a weird, like as if I had a straight iron and I touched myself a bunch of times along my chest line. That's what it looks like. They're like blister. It's like not cute. So that was a bummer to find out about myself. Boob tape, no go for Laura. And then I also had an allergic reaction to my earrings, I think. I don't know what else it could be. I think it's my earrings. My whole ear is inflamed and swollen and itchy and has a rash. I'm fine. These two things just happened. Also, at the wedding, I did make an attempt to consume alcohol to reduce my inhibitions, and my anxiety overpowered alcohol. I consumed enough alcohol to have felt fewer inhibitions. And yet, even so, I was highly anxious, super aware of my body in space, and just very anxious. Even though I was having a, like, in all reality, I had a good time. So it's weird because everything went fine. I was just very anxious throughout it, which is a bummer. I wish I could have just been totally chill. And I went into it feeling like I could have been totally chill, and then it just was not what I was feeling. It was a beautiful wedding. It was, you know what? I think there was also a little bit of bittersweetness that I was talking to Alex about on the drive home, of like, it's so beautiful, and stop. And she was going to be at my wedding, and now I'm at her wedding, and same thing happened with my older sister. She was supposed to be at my wedding, and then I was at her wedding. So it's like this like bittersweet feeling of like, I really do want to get married. It was a beautiful wedding, and I'm very happy for my friend. And I cried so many times. Like, the families, when they like welcomed the other child into the family, it was like not a dry eye in the house, let me tell you. It was lovely. And also, it was kind of nice to sleep in. Oh, I forgot to tell you the funniest thing that happened in the hotel. So it's 4:00 in the morning of the wedding, and Alex and I are abruptly, dramatically woken up to the, violent is not the right word because it wasn't violent. It was clearly consensual. But the sounds of passion that reverberated through the walls, shaking the walls, the yelp, scream, shouting, the sound of body hitting body was so audible, it woke us up. And then it escalated, as you might expect. Listen to this. 45 minutes non-stop. I don't know what was going on in that place, but both of those people, I'm happy for them. For me, on the other hand, not happy. Because then, after they had a shower, it went on again for another 45 minutes. At this point, it's an hour and a half in two different chunks of such vigorous expression of love that I was laughing, but also being like, I want to sleep. So after breakfast, or after it ended, we woke up, we got ready to go to breakfast, and we went to breakfast. And as we were leaving for breakfast, the person in the room next to us that we had been overhearing, I got here during the juicy bits, totally, while we were getting ready to go to breakfast, they were blow drying. So I was like, okay, information I know. He is got a lot of stamina. So I'm going to guess that he's either someone who's doing muscle things and using supplements, or old with a little blue pill. It was one of those where I'm like, it's one of two things. We're looking either for a meathead or an old man. And then for the woman, I'm looking for athletic. That's what I'm looking for. So at breakfast, I know there's a blow-dried hair, so I'm also now looking for, she's got her hair done, and the blow-drying went on quite a while, so I'm like, she's got long hair and it got blow-dried. So we're eating breakfast, and I'm scoping everyone who comes to breakfast, going, and making it them. Each couple that comes down, I'm telling Alex how it's this couple that's the couple that was next to us. So, like, for example, like an 80-year-old couple comes down and the woman is pushing a walker and the man is walking so slowly behind her. And I leaned over to Alex and I said, I don't think it's them. I don't think these are the ones that were doing that, because the sounds of slapping that were happening, I don't think the speed would be possible. The next one, 2 people come down and I go, oh, it could be them. Because the lady's got a blow-dried hair and the blah, blah, blah. But then 2 kids come with them. And Alex and I giggled, saying, I hope the kids weren't on the other side of their room in the hotel room, because it woke us up. Like, it was loud. It also moved from the bathroom to the bedroom to the bathroom again. Like, it was... Anyway, so eventually I found them. I know I found them. I know I did. They were both athletic folks. They didn't eat the breakfast at the hotel. They just came down with their water bottles before they went for their morning run. Both of them clearly lifted weights, and both of them clearly did a lot of cardio. And I said, those are the ones. That's the one. And Alex said, how do you know? And I said, her hair has been blow-dried with a round brush, and now they are dressed in activewear. This is them. And I don't know how I can convey to you how loud it was. I'm not going to imitate any of the noises, but the volume was borderline, are you okay? You know what I mean? Borderline, like, maybe take a minute, maybe slow down. Like, the volume was getting to a point where I'm like, I think it hurts. Like, it was a bit much. So later in the morning, we went over to the front desk and I said, hey, I don't care. Everyone can live their own life. Is the person who's staying in the room next to us staying again tonight? And he went, yep. And I said, is there any way that we could not be in the room again tonight? I would really like to sleep well tonight. We had a laugh. They moved our room. We got a new room, no problem. And the other people got to do whatever they wanted to do for the second night. So the first night, one room, second night, different room. Should have asked what pills they were taking. Literally. They were definitely on some supplement. I don't know what it was. Testosterone, Viagra, cocaine. I literally don't know, but to be up that early, awake. They were awake, let me tell you. So Alex and I had a laugh, and then we went back to sleep. In the end. I'm eating a muffin from the hotel from breakfast yesterday. And breakfast was good. They had eggs, sausage, and hash browns. The eggs were the kind from IKEA, like the powdered eggs. Not very good, didn't taste like anything. The sausages were fine, breakfast sausages. Ooh, not as good as like the best breakfast sausages, but like they were fine. And then the hash browns were just regular old hash browns. And they had cereal and yogurt and apple juice and orange juice and coffee and tea. Oh, I made waffles each morning because they had a waffle machine. And they had, what else did they have? Baked goods, English muffins, bagels, toast. I think that's it. A bowl of fruit. There's probably something I'm missing, but that's the main stuff. Continental, if you will. But it was good. I enjoyed myself. No bugs in the room. No sketchy stuff in the room. Love the flowers. Did you see my poppies have bloomed? These are my Shirley poppies. These ones on this side are California poppies. They're fine. They're whatever. These are sweet peas, and these are Shirley poppies. Look at how beautiful. Look how many petals there are on this one poppy. And then those ones are so pretty. Jesus, Murphy. Anyway, they just started opening up today, and we have rain today, so I was like, I'm gonna pick them because they're gonna get destroyed by the rain anyway. And also because that is why I grow flowers, is to pick them. I enjoy them a lot. Love them. Me too. They really did come out to be a beautiful flower. I'm not a huge fan of red because I don't like how red photographs. I think that's part of the problem for me with red and orange. They just don't photograph the way I want, and so I don't like them. But it's beautiful in real life. This one in real life has like it's red for sure, but it's red with pink. So it's really pretty in real life. It's prettier than it is on camera in real life. Unfortunately, the camera don't pick up that sort of thing. She don't care about us. I am happy about what they look like though. I think I might not cut anymore though. Because, like, in order to cut this red poppy, let me show you. I had to cut down the stem, like, 2 levels. I could probably just break this off, though. I had to cut down the stem 2 levels, and to do that, I lost 2 poppies that would have made flowers later. So it's fine. It's just I'm losing a lot of flower to cut them. So I think what I'll probably do is not cut as many of them. They also got rained on, see? They got rained on. You can kind of see how pink it is, but the camera just can't handle it. It's just too much for a camera. Shirley poppies. Unmanageable for the average camera. And then I also picked some sweet peas, and they don't smell like anything right now, which is disappointing, but it's because they got rained on this morning. They'll smell in the afternoon. There. My California poppies, I keep cutting them, just cutting them out of my garden every time they bloom because they keep blooming in friggin' yellow, average California poppy color, which is fine. They're beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's a nice flower, right? Cute. But also, why are you here? You were not invited. I only planted dusky rose poppies. And yet every year, these are not dusky rose. These are not dusky rose at all. So, Shirley poppies, stunner, boring California poppy, less of a stunner. Still pretty, just nothing important to me. And then my baby's breath is obviously the most amazing thing in my garden right now. Let me just get some of these poppies pulled out so I can put them all together. But I am a baby's breath girly through and through. I will never not grow it. It's my favorite. Okay, let's put all the poppies together. Get all these gorgeous baby's breaths here. Like from the Wizard of Oz, a garden of so many colors. I actually picked Alex a rainbow the other day. I went out and I intentionally went red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Like I intentionally picked one of every color. It was fun. There, another California poppy. There, so there's the Californias. And these are my most beautiful of breaths. My baby's breaths. You can go in with the poppies just because whoa, I guess, no you can't. This is broken. You're dead to me. You're broken. You're dead to me. You are cute and small. Will you fit in here with them? Yes. Why? What challenge? Why you no fit down? You're dead to me. Anyway, the baby's It's cool. I was just saying, look at how beautiful. Look at how beautiful. Look. So pretty. Stop. Look at how pretty they are. Nothing will stop me from being obsessed with them. I love them so much. Can I just show you the most beautiful stem? Look at this stem. This one stem. Look how many flowers are on it. 1 billion? 500? I have to find out how to dehydrate them effectively, because oh my god, it's so beautiful. And then you guys can go here together forever. Beautiful. And I love it just all spread out like an angel. It's amazing. So very beautiful. It is so very beautiful. You are correct. I'm obsessed with them. Shirley poppies, amazing. Baby's breath, stunning. Look at this one gorgeous stem. It's just a little baby stem and it's so pretty. Well, if I ever get married, I'm having you do the bouquet, right? I should be a florist, Miss Peekaboo. I'm Flora, the florist. I will be my own florist if I ever get married as well. Laura the Flora. Laura's floors. Laura's flirt. You know what I'm doing in my head. You're here with me. I know you are. Don't worry about it. We're on the same team. All right. All those extra leaves off. Why do you feel wrong? I do say, old chap. There we go. Little bouquet over here. I can't get rid of any of them. I'll just put you in the paint water for now. Just so you have somewhere to sit. Until I get a little bud vase out for you, honey. Ugh, I am definitely going to be having a lot of flowers when we have a bit of property, when we have a little bit of land. No smell? Nothing for me? Come, you silly sweet pea, you're supposed to be delicious. Sorry, we're not really doing anything today. It's because I have no energy, because I have done a lot this weekend and I'm ready to just not have to think. So today there was no time. Tiny vases of baby's breath everywhere. Yeah, literally. I have so much out in the garden right now. I probably picked half of the stems that are ready. All right, check the amazing. Okie dokie. Ugh. Cute. Okay. Also, after this, I am going to go to my sister's house and do some babysitting. I've got a babysitting afternoon. I'm so happy I got 3 different poppies on the first 3 poppies were 3 different varieties of Shirley poppy. Anyway, yeah, we will do crafts again. I have a sweater we're going to finish. We are going to finish that, the men's extra large sweater. I think we could probably finish it this week. Probably not this week. We'll probably finish it next week. And then I'm going to start sewing the baby dress this week. And I think I'm going to sew it first and then dye it. I think. Because then I'll have room for shrinking it. I have to find the fabric still. So first we will find some nice wool or cotton that will be easy for me to do natural dye with. And then we will either dye the fabric first and that'll be a standalone video, or we will sew the dress first and that'll be a standalone video. I think it'll be 2 videos regardless, dyeing the dress and sewing the dress. Excuse me. Anyway, that's what's on my mind right now, is picking all the flowers, coming up with the projects, and getting back into filming. It's been a long time since I've filmed anything, so It's time. Also, I filmed another video for you guys for, not for this week because I didn't have time to edit it because I was at the wedding, but I filmed another garden tour update. So that will come out next Tuesday. And then after that, I'm hoping to be back onto my normal schedule. That would be ideal because YouTube doesn't like it when we take breaks, and I've taken too long of a break. So, oh well, we'll join it back up again. We'll get it going. But I think that I just need to get back into the flow of filming, and I'm going to start it with that baby dress because I'm still excited to do it. Oh my God, this cat. She's just sitting here being fat and sleeping with me. I love you, baby. She's just a sweet baby. Just sitting and purring. She's got a hard life, this kitty cat. Oh, yeah. She's just a fat, sleepy girl. It's hard to be peekaboo, you know? Did you guys get up to anything fun this weekend? I already talked about the wedding, so if you want to hear about it, go back and check it out. But we took an Uber to get to the wedding, and we ended up getting a ride home from two people that we met at the wedding who were really, really kind, really polite, really friendly, and really funny. And one of them was in the wedding party, and then I made friends with the wife, and the husband was in the wedding party, and we just hit it off. We were talking, chatting, and I even told them that I was a YouTuber, which felt super uncomfortable, but at the same time, I'm so brave, so good for me for being brave. So they gave us a ride back to the hotel, which was really nice. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I missed from what happened this weekend. Oh, Alex saw a deer just outside of our hotel. That was cool. Very interesting. Oh my God, you can't see her because her eyes are hidden behind the water glass, but let me see if I can just get you a little bit of a better angle of the cat. There you go. Now you can see her at the same time. And I know, it's important. Look at her. She's literally an angel. There, I'll put those there so we can see all the flowers. Oh, a second angel. Look at this angel right here. He's so perfect. He missed us so much. And so did Miss Peekaboo. Hi, Bubba. My sweet girl. You won't guess what I saw. Someone walking in a park along the canal. You won't guess what I saw someone walking in a park yesterday along the canal. What were they walking? Let me think. I'm walking an animal that is weird to be walking. A cat? A turtle? A ferret? A parrot? An iguana? A horse? A llama? A goat? What else would you take for a walk along the canal? We got ourselves some dogs from 7-Eleven to go and sit and watch boats and take Bailey for a walk. In the city, remember. Okay, it's in the city and you're taking it for a walk. I'm going to say it's something that shouldn't be in the city. So I stick to all of the things that I think because it was in the city. In the city, who am I taking for a walk that would be like, I saw that on a walk. I would say probably some kind of lizard would make me go, what? A big ass pig on a teeny tiny lead leash. I love that, on the teeny leash where you're like, this is for the public's safety. This is for the public's vibes. This is not for safety. This lead is not here to keep the pig here. It's here for you to feel like I can keep the pig here. I mean, big ham-sized piggo. A real piggo. On a teeny tiny little leash. Little cat leash. One of those guinea pig leashes. It's just a piece of string. Hi. No, that's my muffin. She's like, oh, I like muffins. I just noticed a muffin there. No, that's my muffin. Oh, I wasn't even gonna take it. I was just sitting here This is her eyes right here. The line of her staring is right to a muffin. Candy be good. Hello. Well, I'm happy that that person has a ham-sized pig and they're taking it on walks. That's nice. I'm happy with that. However, I bet you those people did not think they were getting a ham-sized pig. I bet you they thought they were getting a mini pig. Oh, it'll only get to the size of like a medium-sized dog. Wrong. Wrong. It instead will actually get to the size of a pig. I hope everyone is well. My dog ate plants and wood, and now she needs to be fed charcoal. Well, you know, don't eat plants and wood, dogs. Peekaboo will eat only plants that she likes, which are only grass. As long as it's not, like I had to take the gladiolus away from her because it looks like grass, so she tries to eat it. She doesn't try to eat other plants. If it looks like grass, so like grass and gladiolus and irises and any of my millet or corn, she'll eat any of those. My spider plant, she'll eat any of those. Pigs that small don't exist. No, I know, but people thought that's what they were getting when they got mini pigs. They thought, oh, it's going to be the size of a dog. No, mini is still huge. It's just not the size of a car. Have you seen a food pig, a pig that is for food? They're very large. They are very big. Weird and creepy how big they are when you interact with. If you see 4 or 5 of them close together of food-sized pigs, it's like very intimidating. They're a big animal. And then you see a mini pig and they're a big animal. They're still a farm animal. They're just not like the size of a freaking buffalo. Pigs from like the farm. We go to this farm in Ottawa that it's called the Experimental Farm, but they also have like a educational area for kids. Like they have like a working dairy and a working sheep fleece mill, like, but for education, not for real. I guess they still have milk, but I don't know where the milk goes, but they're milk cows. Maybe they are just part of a farm system, but they are also part of an education ambassador thing. And you see the cows and you see the pigs, and the pigs are so big that like, if one sat on you, you'd die. Like, they're so large. Hence, I will never have a real-life plants in my home because my cats like to floss with my spider plants. Yep. Yeah, Peekaboo will definitely crunch on any of my spider plants if she has the option. Also, right now, she's pretending like she's not looking right at my muffin. This muffin right here. She keeps trying to get closer to it, and she's, like, pretending like it's not interesting to her. But that's all she wants. That's why she's facing the way she is. Holly Bear. Hi, Holly Bear. My dad's family used to raise pigs. They always told us not to get attached to the piglets. They got huge. Yeah, I would definitely have a hard time not getting attached to the piglets, but when you see an adult pig, I know people are like, they're so cute. I'm like, they're really gross. A pig's face. It's cute from over here. It's not, it's a lot of wet. The whole face of a pig is wet with spittle and slime and bits of food. They're not very cute close up, but like baby animals are always cute close up. Don't get me wrong. If you gave me a pet pig, I would find all of the cute things in it. I'm just saying. They're also gross. Like cows. Beautiful. This region. Actually, I think that it's just the muzzle area of any animal. I'm not a fan of like snot. And cows and pigs are like consistent snot machines. They're just constantly like dripping goobers from their whole faces. At least everyone that I've ever seen. She's like, where'd the muffin go? Did you see her move her head? I'm holding it, that's why. It's in my hand. She's like, I love the smell of blueberry muffins. You're a cat. You eat meat only. You don't eat baked goods. Meat only. All done. No more in my hands. I hope you had a good time at the stream today. I'll have a better stream ready for you on Wednesday. because I will be awake and alive and a full person again. She's looking for the muffin that is in my stomach. She's sniffing and trying to see if there's any still in the wrapper. There's not. Look, I'll show you. But Mom, I know, but you are a cat. Cats only eat meat. They don't eat muffins. You were a garbage dumpster cat, so you probably think that that's food, but it's not. No, you're a carnivore. You're a carnivore, Pika. She's like, I'll be a carnivore after this. I'll be a carnivore later. Did you hear her drag her toenails in? Watch. She puts her claws down. No, I want my muffin. It looks delicious, Mom. Okay, I'm gonna head out a couple minutes early, but forgive me. I will see you on Wednesday with another live stream with a plan and a craft and a plan. So come back for that. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. If you are not new here, then I hope you're already subscribed. And if you are not subscribed and you're not new here, then you're lurking in the background and you might as well just click the like button. Follow if you're on Twitch. Like if you're on Facebook or YouTube. Share it if you're feeling sassy. And otherwise, I think that's it. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. And have a good beginning to your week. Say bye, miss. Bye, Peekaboo. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? You want breakfast? Meow. She won't talk to me unless she wants to. Okay, for real now. See you next time. Bye.